I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about Andrew Tate calls out Adin Ross for Adin Ross anti-LGBTQ plus tweet on a recent live stream. A clip of Andrew Tate calling out Adin Ross for being a quote bigot in reference to Adin Ross' anti-LGBTQ tweet is going viral on social media. Fans were eagerly waiting for the first collaboration since Andrew Tate was released from jail in March of 2023. Recently, both controversial online personalities were chatting about their relationship when the topic of gender came about. For those unaware, both were on very friendly terms last year, having appeared on plenty of videos and live streams. In the recent broadcast live stream, Adin was talking about the much publicized arrest of his friend Andrew Tate and having no one to look up to when he casually mentioned the backlash he received after a controversial tweet about there being only two genders. Here's what he said. This is what Adin says. Andrew Tate, you got locked up and the world switches on me because I'm saying all these tweets. There's two genders and everyone's calling me an enemy and all these crazy things. I don't have anyone to talk to, bro. Who's my role model? Who the F do I look up to? I have no one. At this point, Andrew Tate interrupted him, asking if he had just said that there were only two genders when Adin Ross' answer was yes. Andrew Tate slammed Adin Ross' take on LGBTQ plus issues and called him a disgusting bigot. You are a effing bigot. That's disgusting. Obviously, I can't say that word because of the YouTube algorithm, right? You got to respect it. It's not back in the days. In the short clip taken from their recent on-stream collaboration, Andrew Tate, who is currently under house arrest in Romania, you know the charges, I'm not going to say that, you already know, appears to have come out in, quote, defense of the trans community after admonishing Adin Ross for his take on genders. The former kickboxer Andrew Tate was quite annoyed and said, "Where did you, Adin Ross, get that idea? Where would you come up with this crazy idea that there are only two genders? When did you get that? When did that get into your brain? You should know better." For those out of the loop, all of this is in reference to a rant from an Adin Ross kick stream back in February where he joked about that and released the following tweet. This is the tweet that I remember hearing about. There are only two genders. I remember seeing that tweet. I didn't see when he joked about doing that to trans people, but the tweet, you would think that would have been what Nick Merckx tweeted, right? Because Nick Merckx really got in a lot of trouble. Like, it was crazy how much trouble Nick Merckx got into for a tweet that really wasn't that bad. It was just a sentence. But this tweet, like, if Nick Merckx said there were only two genders, I could understand more blowback. But he didn't say there were only two genders. But that's a whole nother subject. But yeah, I felt like Adin Ross, he got a lot of heat. But I felt like Nick Merckx got way more heat for his tweet than Adin Ross did. But either way, it appears Andrew Tate, a man Adin has looked up to in the past, does not approve of transphobia or homophobia, accusing Adin Ross of spreading hate and bigotry, which endangers vulnerable people. Andrew Tate proceeds to say, "People like you are constantly spreading hate and bigotry with your false science. That is damaging to the lives of so many innocent young children out there in the world today. I want you to know that I am extremely disgusted with you. It was bad enough you didn't write to me, and then I was in jail. You are spreading bigotry." Initially, Adin Ross was taken aback and then asked Andrew Tate to clarify his position on gender. He said, okay, so how many genders are there, bro? This is what Adin Ross said in the show of solidarity with trans and LGBTQ plus community. Andrew Tate responded, "It's a spectrum." Andrew Tate got quite agitated when Adin Ross pushed back and would tell him to talk to his long-haired weird friends for clarification, calling the kick streamer blind. Um, Andrew Tate then added, "It's a spectrum, dummy. Can't you see? Are you blind? You think you just walk through life and see men and women? It's a effing spectrum." Many on the internet noted how, quote, surprising it was to see Andrew Tate talk about these, quote, progressive issues in such a manner. Um, as he's known for his controversial takes. Some even suggested that he had, quote, switched teams to, quote, save his image. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting story. I personally wouldn't say I wouldn't say I was surprised to see Andrew Tate's response to Adin Ross in this. I don't follow everything Andrew Tate says and does in his life. I just found out he was on the show called Big Brother in like 2016. My first experience hearing about Andrew Tate was he was taking a photo with an MMA fighter. I believe it was Aljamain Sterling, and people were really mad at Aljamain Sterling. I'm just like, who's Andrew Tate, and why is everybody so mad at Aljamain Sterling for taking a photo with Andrew Tate? So that that was the first time I heard of Andrew Tate. But yeah, from what I understand, I don't know if he's ever come out and said anything that's like homophobic, racist, transphobic. So I don't see why people would be surprised that he has this take. Now, am I going to say that he's coming to the, quote, defense of the LGBTQ community? I think this is just like his opinion. Like, he's saying that there's more than two genders. It's a spectrum, and things like that, But let me know your opinion of this story. I don't think, truthfully, I genuinely, like I said, I don't follow everything Andrew Tate does, but I don't think he's putting this out there to, quote, save his image, as some people are saying, or to, quote, what else did they say? Save his image, and that he had, quote, switched teams. I don't think people should assume they know everything about Andrew Tate, or assume that because he takes one position on one issue that you know every opinion he has on every issue, that he's, quote unquote, to the right, or on every issue, or people on the left, or LGBTQ plus people are always on the left on every. It's like it's. As Andrew Tate would say, it's a spectrum, right? It's a spectrum. We all have opinions that are put us on the left on one issue, on the right on some issues, in the middle on some issues, or not even left, right, or it's just like an opinion, right? It doesn't always have to be left, right, black, white, Republican, Democrat, and religious. It's just like an opinion, But let me know your opinion of this story. I'm Jason, the world is yours. I don't think these two are like beefing or anything. Andrew Tate is just talking to him. And this is how friends talk to each other sometimes, right? Like they call them, effing idiots and, a bigot, because you should call your friend out when they have opinions, that you disagree with or that you think are disgusting, right? I'm pretty sure that some people would think, oh, Adin Ross shouldn't talk to Andrew Tate anymore because Andrew Tate was so mean to him. It's just like, no, he's talking to him like a friend, right? Like someone who has respect, and just like, dude, I'm disgusted by you. You're my friend and you're talking crazy. What? But like I said, I'm Jason, the world is yours. Today we had a story about Andrew Tate calls out Adin Ross for Adin Ross anti-LGBTQ plus tweet on a recent live stream. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.